Apelords with Spike at 1122 MMR, and then Tikknee currently sitting at 1250 MMR. However, he had a very active account before this. Like, literally was just playing on it, apparently. And he is 1078. So, the MMR goes a little bit in Spike's favor, but honestly, doesn't really mean much. People go up and down hundreds of MMR each day. Ticknee's going for the safest camp that you could really creep on this map. He's going to get usually a pretty decent item. Consumable can be really hit or miss. Like, if he gets scroll, like Roar, not great. Why? Because he's probably going to get bears later. Unless he's like a dot player or something, or you're going Mass Triads. And then Mass Triads, it still sucks. So, point being, usually this item is pretty good. It's either going to be something your first or second hero generally can use. And it's not something that's a consumable, so it's permanent. It'll be there the whole time. Or you could always just sell it. Spike, he is going for the HH FS build into a DH. So he's not going to have much mana if he tries to harass, because between Wisp, Dispelling, and mana burns, it is painful. So I am curious to see what Spike wants to do with this. Is it going to be some early pressure? What's the game plan? I'm not really sure if any of the changes to the races has impacted this level of play. Right? Like, I could see the hunt change being big. But the fact that he's going DH makes me think his hunts are not in his future. So we'll have to see. So he's trying to avoid the deny. He's also got a heal. See? It's never bad to get, you know, a little bit more. It's effectively HP, you know. Alright, doesn't deny. And Spike is looking for him. Generally, people split up their wolves because you don't know if he's going this way or not, right? Although he's going to see him, so in the end it works out for him. And he's going to come across with the HH. He's not scared anymore that maybe there's a keeper or something like that that he's got to worry about. Ooh, that was very nice by Spike. So Spike saw the wisps coming in. He moved one of the wolves out of the way. He still got deadoed on, and one wolf did get hit. But then he just denied it, and now he can just make more wolves. The problem for him, though, is if he gets into like an extended fight, he's just going to get mana burn and not have any mana left, right? He effectively can do this no more times, right? There you go. He's now out of wolves. But on the bright side, his HH can actually leave the base without dying to a keeper. So he's got that going for him. I probably should have posted in gym that I was casting. So if someone wants to do that, feel free. Alright, so let's see the techs. Tech for the Night Elf a little bit farther ahead than that of the York. The York, though, with his FS, although it doesn't have any mana, so scratch that. I was going to say, HH can effectively creep the whole map once he gets like 5 of them. But without wolves in front, that's not true. He did buy Dust. He wants to go archer hunting. Can he? He does not get the last hit. Ticknee gets the last hit. So this has not been a bad opening for Ticknee at all. I'm a little scared of this, though. He's kind of blocking the back of his base. I can see bad things happening to him. Just trying to, like, micro back or doing the loop-de-loop. There is no more loop-de-loop. Spike's got a third burrow. Nothing crazy. I'm looking for some insane stuff, right? Like, are we going to see a tier 2 push, or is he going to go just tier 3 with Shaman? What's the game plan? He honestly, there we go. I was going to say, you might honestly just want to summon those wolves now because he's not going to have them soon. Tikknee buys a Panda. Panda is very good versus units like HH. They don't have that much in health. They kind of all line up, right, when they're attacking, which is always great for Mushi. That was a nice Deado, but the wolves are still... Okay, he had a Deado twice. He's going to have to remake definitely some Wisp. But this is not looking bad at all for Tikknee. Giggling Goobers were down like 15 to 1, and now the score is like 20 to 15 or something. So they kind of reversed. They're going in reverse. She's very good. We need some close series so that everyone feels they have a shot to the end until my team just destroys everyone. Kappa.
Players' forces are under attack.
TC coming out, so Spike is not going for any crazy early game shenanigans. And this is just, he's got to run. Everything's just getting way too weak for him. Ticknee's coming in with the fire on both heroes. See, one of the cool parts about GNL and casting new people like Spike, suddenly you find out they have like a whole fan club that you've never met. He's trying to go for the block, but the DH can just kind of run around the side. Oh, no. He almost didn't deny that HH as well. He does get the deny, but honestly, you don't want to deny. I mean, you want to deny, but it also sucks. Oh, no, he built an altar. He did cancel right away, so it's not that much in resources. He went for about 3 different buildings that I saw, at least. And he's also getting a Voodoo Lounge, but he's scared to build it up front because Tikknee was there. So now he's building it way back in the corner, which you sometimes want it in the back, right? You want the Voodoo Lounge in the back so it doesn't die. But, like, that's really hard to get to. What are you going to do if you get attacked? You want it in, like, a safe spot, but an easy spot to get to. Spike also is going... I'm seeing it a lot more. But especially at the lower MMRs. Is Shockwave making a comeback? For a very long time, Impale was the thing to do. Unless your plan was to be a cheesy little shit. Where you wanted to, like, aim the main. And then if the Wisp line up, you Shockwave them. But now I'm seeing more and more Shockwave, at least at the lower MMRs. I honestly haven't seen much Orc versus Night Elf at the top MMRs. There's only Focus and Lin on one side.
A player's forces are under attack.
Focus, I think, plays pretty standard, though. Back in the day, it used to be you only went Shockwave. Stomp was shit. Alright, so we got a healing scroll. That'll help keep him alive versus the breath. But the 2-2 heroes are about to be 3-2 heroes. They're going to get a little bit insane soon. Especially if the Panda gets up to level 3. Then the HH, they got to watch out. He is finding Wisp, though, which is nice. Alright, so he got scared. He got a watchtower. He got fortified, he's got cement towers, and this is what I meant. Like, look at the loop he has to run to get to this thing. He's also creeping with the TC, he wants a higher level TC. The problem is this camp's a bitch. That grunt is dead, more than likely. Yep. And honestly, his CC looks pretty weak, you know? These things spit damage. What do we got over here? Daw bears. Alright, so Tikknee has abolished on autocast, which it's on autocast, like it's turned on from the start, but that means then that you can't, more than likely, you won't have mana when it's time to like abolish the wolves, which could be a real issue if he gets level 2 wolves. Those things can start to hit quite a bit harder at that point. They both got that item. That lovely item that's the same. And that's why he sold it. He was like, you know what? I need gold from it. He is over 50 food, so he does take a haircut on that sale. It's like he went to a pawn dealer. They only give you 70%, and then they resell it for 100. Bears are coming. What are you doing with that raider? Well, the sacrificial raider did provide... I wonder if you thought that was like a wolf? Technically, it is a wolf? Kinda? Or a dog? I don't know. Okay. He gets off a wave, but then he just goes into bear form. But you can see that's already 400 damage done, but it was just on the one bear. This is really a scary fight for Spike. If he's going to fight it, you might as well just pop the roar. But instead, his FS gets surrounded. He had the TP, but he doesn't use it. The FS goes down. Honestly, I was sitting there, oh my fucking god. I was waiting for the FS this whole time, thinking, hey, he's going to TP. But instead, his SH is super safe. It's stuck in the corner. He cannot get out. And Spike is like, fuck my life. Yeah, that was a series of unfortunate events for Spike. But honestly, I liked Ticknee's opening more. And Spike is saying he's too good. Like, honestly, he did good. He did. We're not going to say he did bad. However, he needs to remember, he is playing someone whose MMR is generally lower than his. So this isn't about him being too good. It's just, he did better that game. That's for sure. But, what the fuck? Same game name, maybe? I don't know. Yep. Okay. So Spike's getting in his own head right now. And it might be in part because he's seeing Ticknee being 1250 MMR, but that's because it's a brand new account. Massacom, just so people understand, Massacon is 1068 MMR, 1078 MMR now because he won his last game, I guess. He has this season 450 games. So he's a solid 1068. He's not bad, but he is 1068. Spike is 1121 with 200 and basically 50 games. So neither of them are slouches. But Spike is getting into his own head when he says he's too good, I think. Because they're not. They're right at your MMR. In fact, I'm curious. Let me look up Massacon and see if he's ever played him. Nope. There you go. I was helping him get the map. We're going Hammerfall. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Nortricar. He's getting into his own brain. Damn. Look at this sexy, sexy chest hair just popping out of my never was not supposed to be V-neck t-shirt. Alright. We have us another game between Japan and the Orcs from Colombia. So are we going to see a change? Or is it going to be much of the same? I'm looking at what is happening right now in gym. Sorry. Weird stuff everywhere. Alrighty. So, are we going to get a hero mix-up? We're already getting a style mix-up from Spike. Spike is going... I actually don't know yet. Could be anything. But this is not an HH opening. Like the standard HH opening. So we are getting an FS. We are getting a DH. Okay, it is. It just felt late to me for some reason. Where is this dude going? Oh no. Let's see, how far is he gonna go in? Oof. The timing! Honestly, you should know that timing's coming though. Realistically,
A player's forces are under attack.
I'm not sure. Maybe you should either A, delay the barracks a little bit, right? Or, like, put it somewhere else. What, Remo? I already know this is going to be something dumb. So now, how does Tikknee respond?
The town is under siege.
Does he just tech?
A player's forces are under attack.
Does he recognize the issue? He's back to pumping archers. And he's teching. So let's see what happens. Spike is temporarily supply blocked. So that's unfortunate. Oh my god, I'm hearing a lot of wisps being detonated. There's only 6 left on wood. So, according to everyone that's not a night elf, he's going to be left over with 20% more wood than he did before. I mean, Tikknee already did a lot of damage to himself without even trying with those detonates. So now we're going to have to see, can the HH come in and do enough damage to kind of snowball this fight, because he's staying in one base. Well, tier 1 base, I guess I should be saying.
A player's forces are under attack.
Alright, so once again, he's going for the Hunter Saw in a very weird spot. And it might, oh my god, I'm not sure if I like this wall off thing that he's doing, just due to the fact that Spike's coming at him. Gets a little bit like a half surround, making Tikknee run around, take more damage. He does have quite a bit of extra armor. But he is now out of moon juice, basically. And Spike is just going to keep hammering away. Ticknee's looking for some kills. He wants some kills over here if he can. No more mana for Spike. He also doesn't have dust. So hide's extremely valuable for Tikknee. Nice micro from Tikknee right now. Ticknee's starting to hold this off. I don't know where the units are, but it feels like there's just not that many somehow. I guess I'm expecting a lot more because it's double barracks. He did lose 1 HH. Ticknee's got barely any damage, and now he has to play this weird game of, do I want to burn more mana using Immolation to potentially kill some HH? I mean, they're all still alive. This Dispel, though.
A player's forces are
Or do you save, you just right-click, but you save Moon Juice so that you can keep healing? Ticknee also is now at
is under siege.
4? No, there's 5. There's 5 somewhere on the map. Oh, in the Wisp. He's got 5 Wisps, but if he gets all of these HH... Oh, no. I want Spike to win just because I want a game 3. I'm always biased that way. But this is a lot of HH starting to fall. And you see him, though. He's using the mana up with the mana burn. But now, being that he delayed him so long, there's 2 half wells and a full well over here. And we almost have the Keeper out. When the Keeper comes out, it's either going to be Entangle, which means a unit dies every Entangle, for sure, with the amount of stuff he has to aim with, or Treants. And then he has a front line where he's not taking a ton of damage. Spike just has no mana. That's been the thing this whole time. He might have honestly been better off getting Farsight at this point, Kappa. Oh no, Ticknee did the thing where you make 1 Treant instead of 2. Every Night Elf has done this, and every non-Night Elf who ever tried to play Night Elf has done that. But look at Ticknee's hero. It's right back up to, like, you know, 3/4 life, so he's able to turn on Immolation. Of course, if he dies here, that's huge. And Spike's doing a good job of microing, but he is doing a lot of hero aiming. I kind of think he could have probably taken some of these HH out at some point and made this more of a hero arena. It is turning daytime now.
A player's forces are
So the Moon Juice he has is the Moon Juice he has. It is still tier 2. Spike just began his tech. I don't know, he might not realize it though, right? Okay. So he's gonna feel behind. And he is behind. And all of these HH, oh my god, you cannot deny all these HH. There's going to be too many. Hello, TTV. It is looking horrible. Level 3 for Ticknee. Level 2 mana burn, although honestly there's nothing to mana burn at this point. And Spike's trying, but it's just so much damage. And he's not even close to level 2, so the most he can do is buy salves, and yeah, buy a speed scroll to get the fuck out. Still tier 2. I hope he scouts and sees that, so he doesn't feel like, oh my god, bears are coming. Bears are coming, but very slow. Ticknee also never... Okay, so Ticknee never remade any of the Wood Wisp. He's been sitting at tier 2 for a while, so he could probably tech, but he'll have no wood soon. So he needs to get more Wood Wisp and then tech. Being tier 2 is an issue for him. He needs to get to tier 3. But again, Spike doesn't know that. So he's like, I gotta kill the bear. And he should kill the bear, because it's going to be good XP. But he's lost 3 HH so far. The Keeper is almost level 2 himself, and that means Entangle if he ever has mana. And Spike's critical mass is not so critical anymore. Dude, Spike, you've denied as many HH of your own than what Ticknee's killed, and he's killed a fuck ton.
A player's forces are under attack.
Still tier 2 for Ticknee. He's now going into Rads. So that's not bad. Like, HH are good versus Dryads.
$5.
The problem is everything else. The hero levels. Although, once again, we are now back at that scary DH life.
A player's forces are under attack.
So let's see what he can heal up to. I'm just like sitting here watching all these HH die. He really wants his hero. But I don't think Tikknee has some good hero control.
Buff HH.
No. Yeah, why don't we just call him Rifleman? Does that make you feel better?
Yeah.
Quick, Norchikar, kick W, Tim. That is a base comment. Almost as base as Soulkeeper himself. Oh my god, we got mountain giants. Have you ever seen a mountain giant on tier 2? Oh my god, he feels...
A player's forces are under attack.
He's giving up. Yeah. I like the ideas, but I think Spike got into his own head. I do. I really do. I think he did.